Ever happened to you? You join a game for the first time, you get a couple of hats, you start to enjoy the game, but then a trade pops up at the side of your screen, and it's a man, or a woman, doesn't really matter, asking if he or she wants to buy your delicious, terrible hats. Well, I'm gonna help you here how to sell your stuff without getting scammed. Guys, Black here, and I bet most of you are sitting there going, "Ha! I know all about scams in Team Fortress 2. I am not stupid. I am smart." Yes, people are. I'll give you that. A lot of people are very, very smart, but this sort of cases came up. There's been a lot more TF2 scams in the community, so I'm just gonna make this video just to maybe open your minds to the wonders of Team Fortress 2 trading. Okay, so we'll first get this video started on talking about PayPal scams. Now, PayPal scams is when a person basically trades you saying that I'm going to buy your entire BP for a certain amount of money, and you're thinking, wow, brilliant, my entire backpack? That's brilliant. Oh, fantastic. Now I can finally buy, I don't know, Fallout 4. Brilliant, I can do this. So, you trade this guy, and the guy's like, oh, I'll only give you the money and my PayPal stuff if you give me your items. And you're thinking, okay, I'll do it. So, you take that risk. But then, what normally happens is, sadly, the guy runs away with all your free, delicious items. So, you're just sitting there in your chair, curled up in a ball, sitting on top of the chair, curled up in a ball, thinking, what have I done with my life? Now, I've seen a couple of these PayPal scams pop up quite regularly now in TF2, but they didn't really used to be that popular, but they're starting to get a bit more now. A couple of my friends, believe it or not, have just done this ridiculous type of scam as well. Well, not to people, I'm talking about it's been done against them. That'd be terrible if they did it. I'd be very surprised. But it can be devastating on someone. But if you really if you see anyone trade you saying that they're gonna buy a certain amount of stuff out your BP for PayPal money, I would definitely put your guard up, because honestly, it happens for every type of trading. It happens for normal trades like hats and such, but then it even goes as far as unusual trades. And you'd think these guys are really, really professional with trading and such, but really they're just the same as normal people. Like, there's nothing different than a normal trade to an unusual trade. But again, it just happens like that. So the next sort of thing that I want to look at is called the switch scam. What this is basically, this method is mostly used on unusuals, but there are some occasions when there have been different things. Now, what would normally happen is someone would put in an unusual. Let's say we put in an unusual team captain. Okay, we get an unusual team captain in a trade, and let's say it's a Burning Flames TC. Well, of course, it's obviously not, but that's where we're going to use that as an example. So the person's given you an unusual Burning TC for your, I don't know, maybe 3rd gen piece of shit. We'll use the, what's the name of that hat called? Yeah, we'll use the one-man army. It's for your terawatt one-man army. Yeah, we'll do that. So you get offered this fantastic god tier unusual for your pretty much shit unusual. So you're thinking, oh, this is fantastic, you know, brilliant. But then at the last minute, basically the trade is finished. You've both done the trade, but then when you're confirming it on your phone, the guy messages you going, "Oh, sorry, it doesn't really work. For some reason it's not allowing me to accept it. Can you please accept this offer?" So he sends you an offer, but it's not with the unusual TC. It's just for a normal TC. Now some people are just too quick to trade. They just accept it without even looking at it. So that's them losing their unusual for a pretty much, you know, basic hat. Now don't get me wrong, this does happen to pretty much very high tier trading. Like, I've heard of a situation when someone was trying to sell a really nice mohawk. I think it was not festive. It was a frostbite mohawk, I think it was. And basically the person, they were trading a frostbite mohawk for a raft wrap. Yeah, I think it was oh jeez, I can't remember now. 17th hour? I think it was the 17th hour or something, or 13th hour. I can't remember the name of the effect now, jeez. But it's basically that one. So the person's like, brilliant, he'll trade this. But then, again, he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, didn't get to confirm. Can you please accept this trade offer?" Now, the guy switched his RAF with, I think it was a nuts and bolts one, which are just pretty much cheap, you know. They're the cheapest ones there. And the guy was mortified when he did accept the trade. So if you do see anything like this, you know, try to stay avoid stuff like that. But how to avoid things like this, if you keep an eye on the unusuals that are in the offers, don't get me wrong, sometimes it does happen. People do not actually get the confirms. That just happens. So if you want to keep an eye out on how not to get scammed like this, I suggest you do have a look at the actual unusual. I honestly don't understand why someone wouldn't check, but yeah, it does happen. So I do suggest you do that. The next topic is fake middleman. Okay, now what this is basically someone who doesn't really trust the person, that they think they might run away when they're doing a spy crab or a heavy boxing match. Now this can be done from unusuals just to normal, I don't know, ref, you know, but it's still classed as a scam, and it is pretty popular within communities now. But basically what happens is, the person says, "I'll do it if we do a middleman." Now what a middleman is basically, if two people are spy crabbing, they both players send all their both players send the two items to the middleman, which is a person who basically holds the items until the last round and then gives it to the winner. That is what a middleman is. But what normally happens is with these scam techniques is the middleman is actually a friend of the person you're spy crabbing. So as soon as you give him your item, then they'll both disconnect from the server and you'll never see them again. Why did you leave me? Why? Honestly. And then they'll basically share out the loot. That's basically what happens with middleman scams. They are horrible, but that's exactly what happens. How to avoid this sort of stuff? If you're on a server and you are wanting to spy crab, and you are wanting to use a middleman, then I suggest you use a server admin. Because, again, it's the admin of the server, you know? He can't really afford to scam. So I would trust him a lot more than doing a middleman with some random guy. So yeah, that's basically how you avoid that sort of scam. Jeez, you don't really see these as much as you do, but they still happen a lot. This is what we call a Fisher link. Now, again, a lot of people do hate these sort of stuff, but what they do is, people know, they're normally bots, or sometimes they are people, but it's a link. You get sent a link, and you click on that link, and it basically wrecks your PC. completely, right? Utterly completes it. Completes it? Utterly wrecks it. Now, just don't click on links unless you're friends with them. Honestly, if you're friends with the person, then definitely, you know. Again, I personally don't click on any link. When people send me stuff, I don't click on links. But yet again, what normally people normally say when they're doing these sort of scams are, "Hey, I'm gonna be. Oh, do you want to see my BP?" And they'll send you a link. So you click on it, completely oblivious, and then your entire computer starts to go to shit. Yeah, it kind of fucks you over. There is a lot of phishing methods out there, so I just wanted to cover that one just nice and quick. Okay. Now, I think the last one I'm gonna put on is basically the YouTuber scam. The YouTube scam is basically when someone not manipulate, what's the word? Changes their name to a YouTuber. For example, Anti-Venom or something like that. Or a very famous TF2 YouTuber. All these people, I'm gonna say these people. They're normally beginners to Team Fortress 2 or people who are just like completely stupid, honestly. You normally see people go and sell items from players. If an item has been gifted by someone and it is a famous person, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes people do charge you more. I know, it's a bit like, what the fuck, really? But it does happen, honestly. I don't know why, but people charge more for gifted stuff from famous people. But I don't know. It just happens like that. But anyway, people change their names to star underscore maybe. I will use that as an example. Star underscore. And what they'll do is they'll gift that item. But because their name is star underscore, people are like, oh my god, it's star underscore's item. Oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna give this guy 2 keys for this 1.6 ref hat. You know, that's what that honestly happens. If you I'm gonna say how to avoid this. Again, don't really base items on who's gifted it from or anything like that, because there is no value to them really. It's just a normal hat that's been gifted. But if you want to look out, if you really want to buy stuff from famous YouTubers or anything like that, I suggest you click on the BP on who's it's been gifted by and trace who it is. If it actually is the person, for example Star, then you could put more thought into it if you do want to buy it or not. But be careful, that's all I'm going to say. Just be very careful when you're doing trades like that. Okay guys, I think that's going to be the end of the video. But again, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you guys who are just trying to get your head around basic scams and all this sort of thing. But the good news is I am going to be making another one of these videos in the future. Sadly, as you probably might have noticed if you're already a fan of my YouTube channel, this is actually an old recording. Well, it's an old Let's Play recording, let's say that, as the majority of the items that I've showed in this video, I do not have anymore. Like, seriously, the majority of them, out the window. But, besides that, thank you very much again. I hope it really was useful. I really do think it was an important topic. I just had to make a video on it because I've seen so many of my friends and some of my people in the community that just get scammed so easily, and it's very annoying when you see people very vulnerable like that get scammed. So I hope this has educated you a bit more about trades and all this sort of stuff. But yeah, if you want me to make another one of these videos, seriously, just put a like down. Also, write a little comment. I love receiving comments from people. I really do. I think it's fantastic. I normally get a lot of support, which is just great. So, again guys, thank you very much. hope this was useful. As I've probably said now for the third time, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Hey! Hey!